How's it going, everybody? I am the Uncanny Omar. To my left is my buddy Odfel, and today,
Hello.
how are you? How was your
Doing
week?
good. How are you doing? My week's been pretty good.
Doing okay, doing okay. Today we are going to be talking about the lowest ranking Avengers movie. Doesn't mean that it's a bad movie. It was just the lowest ranking movie with all this talk of Avengers Doomsday right around the corner on December 19th. Supposed to be the first trailer, I think. So, yeah, that's what we decided to do. We were going to look at the worst ranked Avengers movie. And of course, it happened to be Avengers Age of Ultron. So that's what we're here to talk about today. Um, Movie came out in 2015, and it's been a while since I've seen it. I did a rewatch, I think about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, of all the MCU movies. And of course, when you get to 2015, you watch it. And this might be my fifth time watching it. And I never thought it was that bad. Thor: The Dark World would be a good oh my gosh, especially since my co-host absolutely loves that movie. I wonder how
I
well
do.
that has aged.
It is really well, I think. Like, I didn't like it when it came out either, but I think it's aged really well.
Hey, you know what? After Thor: Love and Thunder, that might have set the bar so low. Now
It's the second best Thor movie. That's what I'm telling you.
Look, actually, I like Thor 1. I thought Thor 1 was like Masters of the Universe with a budget. That's
the best Thor movie.
Okay, now I'm confused. Where do you rank Ragnarok then?
Third, because to me it's not a good Thor movie. It's a fun movie, but it's not Thor. It's a Hulk movie.
Are you serious? Oh god, okay.
It's a Hulk movie, and like the comedy style's different. Like I like the first two Thor movies way better.
This is really interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thor: Love and Thunder makes the Dark World look like The Godfather. Yeah, dude, Ragnarok, we rewatched. I gave it an 8.5. It was fun. I'm curious. I want to rewatch it with you and see what you think, because
yeah,
the thing is not as good as the original Thor. So what is up, everybody? How's it going? I also didn't like Ragnarok. I'm here for this. Ouch. Kyle. At 2, Kyle. Ragnarok was the beginning of the end. Wow, I didn't know you all felt like this. How you gonna betray Taika Waititi like that? We were boys, man. We had something going on. All Thor is boring. There's my buddy Warren, of course. 6 out of 10. I've seen it one time, and I'm curious how low I would rate it now. They've never done a Thor movie, have they? What are you talking about, Phil? They've done 4 Thor movies. Can we get is it that bad for a goofy movie? I've never seen it. It would be like a first time view review.
It would be fun. It would be fun for us to do it because it would kind of be like new reader, old reader, right? Like for me, it's nostalgic because I watched it as a kid. Versus someone watching it as an adult who's never seen it as a kid. It would be interesting to see like how much is me being like, this is good because I grew up with it.
You know what? I will take that to the poll. I will like maybe one of the Wednesdays in December.
Yeah.
We can put that up against something else that you have nostalgia for. And then we can talk about Christmas movies and things that are coming out in December. I know like Wicked's coming out this week and something else. I just saw that Grimm by Stephanie Phillips is currently being picked up, or Netflix is going to do it, and it's the same people that are doing Wednesday. I really like it. I thought Grimm was a good series. Plus, the artwork in Grimm is fabulous. I love it. Never forget that Melissa McCarthy cameo. I think Odfel I remember Odfel being the one that broke it to me that Melissa McCarthy is playing a character in Thor: Love and Thunder, and I'm like, no, what? That doesn't even make any sense. And then, yikes. You know, I actually have I do have some viewers that like Thor: Love and Thunder. Honestly, whoa, Age of Ultron better than Infinity War. Interesting.
Depending on why the argument, I would agree. It just depends on your why.
I'm curious where you're gonna go with that. Okay, really quick. We've all seen Age of Ultron. That's why we're here. This movie came out in 2015. It was the second Avengers movie. It is written by Joss Whedon and directed by Joss Whedon. I believe it was the last Joss Whedon project before he was like, I don't even understand Thanos. Although it does have a Thanos little mid-credit scene at the end. Everybody returns. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, and Samuel L. Jackson. We get Don Cheadle coming back as War Machine. Aaron Taylor Johnson is Pietro Maximoff, and Elizabeth Olsen with an accent that I forgot about showing up as the Scarlet Witch. Or
a little Sokovian accent.
Everybody forgets about that too. And then we get other characters in here too, especially towards the end, like Anthony Mackie as Falcon. Although, did they call him Falcon? I can't remember. She doesn't have a code name, does she? Like Wanda? I think she's just Wanda, isn't she?
I think she's just Wanda because I don't think they established the Scarlet Witch until literally WandaVision, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so we get Elizabeth Olsen in here. This is where she gets her start. And we get the phenomenal. My daughter watched it with me, my oldest. She was like, I really like his voice. James Spader as Ultron. And I told my daughter, I don't think he's even using anything different. That's just James Spader's voice. That's the way he sounds. And yeah, this was huge. I mean, Avengers 1 was such a huge movie, and it did so well at the box office. I'm curious how much this one made. So Odfel, give me the quick premise of Avengers Age of Ultron. What happens in this movie?
All right. So we start with the Avengers trying to take down is it technically Hydra still? Because it takes place after Winter Soldier. So Hydra base, they find out about the twins. They get their first run-in with them, get the information. They get AI from that mission, and all of a sudden Tony's like, that's it. We could make Ultron, this pipe dream that I've had for a very long time. And despite them being like, that's a bad idea, he tries to do it anyway, which results in just about what you'd expect an AI to take over and do. He's horrifying. So he starts trying to make peace by essentially annihilation because he thinks humans can't have peace. We end up going on a bunch of misadventures as he tries to construct himself a body, resulting in us getting the first appearance of Vision in the MCU. And then he goes to Sokovia because he decides if he can raise this island and drop it like a meteor, it would be an extinction level event, and he can restart with peace in our time, which results to the Avengers ultimately fighting him, taking him down. There is some casualties, but at the end of the day, they do their jobs and reassemble a new team with Scarlet Witch as part of it. And then we have our first Thanos stinger at the end.
Was it? That was the second one, right? Like the first one was at the end of Avengers, right? Where he doesn't say anything. And I think he just smiles.
I think he just smiles, yeah. And then the first stinger is like the Avengers team where we see Scarlet Witch in like an outfit. And the original one I think had Carol Danvers as well, but they cut that.
Really?
Yeah, it's just some lady, but Joss really wanted to try.
Okay. So Age of Ultron 2015. Let's talk about the plot itself. The plot itself kind of makes sense, right? You have Tony Stark who wants to build a shield around the world because he sees things coming. He's been seeing these visions ever since actually the first Avengers, when he crossed over into the other side for a little bit. And then you have Captain America kind of doing the traditional thing of like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. But I will say that was really cool. I forgot how much I enjoyed that when Ultron awakens and becomes sentient, and he starts asking questions, and then Jarvis at the time too, was trying to stop him. Like, what are you doing? What's going on here? And then he completely takes over Jarvis, and you figured he annihilates him. And that was, I really enjoyed that, both visually and just hearing Spader's voice come to life, and like finding out that you're alive. What is this? What is life? And then immediately like turning on humanity, like, well, there's your problem right there. And I thought that scene was really cool. And, you know, sentient robot, I really like his dialogue. Like, he doesn't sound like Ultron, stereotypical Ultron in the comic books. A part of me, when I saw the trailer, I always wanted that scene from Kurt Busiek's run on Avengers. What is it called? Ultron Unleashed, where Thor smashes through a wall and he's like, Ultron, I will have words with thee. I was like, oh my gosh, if they do that on the big screen. It never happened because the tone of the movie is a little bit different. Like, it's serious, but it's not too serious, right? It's got that Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly type of serious tone to it. And that's what happens, right? Like, I mean, there is death. The character of Quicksilver dies, and there's people joking around. Very quippy humor. It's kind of like what a lot of the Phase 1 was. Like, everybody had quips. All the characters had quips, with the exception of maybe Wanda. I don't think she did. She was one of the few characters that didn't.
Yeah, like I think for me, one of the reasons I actually really like this movie is it feels like this is the most we get to see the Avengers, one, getting along and being Avengers. It's like their peak quippiness before we got tired of it and before they kind of changed the way they do it. And also, like, the tone is just so well done. Like, getting to see each of their fears, like when Wanda starts affecting them, really good. But there's just so many moments that rewatching it, I forgot were in this film that I consider like the iconic Avengers team bonding moments.
Yeah, and honestly, that scene at the very beginning, even though it's heavy CG, I think it's aged pretty well, though, considering what happened later on in like Phase 4. Some of that stuff hasn't aged as well, but
Yeah.
it's the scene where it's slow motions, like, and it's a side profile. It legit looks like they ripped it out of an Avengers cover where all the characters are going into slow motion. It's a side profile of all of them moving against Hydra. That was really cool. I really like that. I thought that was awesome.
It's a really good team film for them, because after this is when the team starts rapidly expanding and we start getting all these new characters. Like, this is really like the core five or six, I can't remember how, I think there's 5 of them, the core 5 getting to like bond and really have a team movie, because the first ones, they're like coming together movie, right?
Yeah.
But I think they really do good synergy. Like, the scene where they're just trying to lift Thor's hammer and stuff like that, or the party scene, or the science bros getting to science bro out, like that stuff, and like the team chemistry, I think was at its finest. I mean, there's stuff I don't like. Like, I don't love the Black Widow Hulk romance personally, but a lot of the other team dynamic stuff I really enjoyed.
You know, I remember people having a big problem with the romance, because it kind of came out of nowhere. And I always thought, well, some time had passed, right? These people have bonded, and eventually this is going to blossom. Like, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it was Black Widow and the Hulk, but hey, whatever, you know. And I think you nailed it. Why I think this movie works is because it's not a team coming together. It's a team that's already there. They are friends. That party scene is awesome, dude. I love what's her name? Dr. Oh gosh, dang it.
Is there Helen, I think?
The lady that says, is Thor gonna be there? Where she's like, I don't do parties.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, is Thor gonna be there? That was awesome. What the heck is her name? We thought it was gonna be Amadeus Cho's mom, I think.
I want to say her name is Helen. I just rewatched this morning, and I'm trying to remember.
I just rewatched it this morning too, but I don't think I caught it. Helen Cho. So we thought it was going to be, yes, Dr. Cho. Thank you. We thought it was going to be immediately, oh, Amadeus Cho is coming right around the corner, because that's the way, you know, nerds think. Like, oh, it's going to be tied together. Helen Cho. Yeah. Amadeus Cho's mom. That's right, dude. But that party scene was awesome. Like, they're trying to lift Mjolnir, and dude, like, even the chemistry between Robert Downey Jr. and Don Cheadle, and he's like, dude, are you doing anything? And he's like, come on, man, you're embarrassing me. Oh, it was awesome. Loved it.
Yeah, like, it's really, it's them flourishing, and their team chemistry, I think, is at an all-time high, because then we immediately get Civil War after this, and it's not the same after that.
Right, because everybody's breaking up, right? But it makes sense, like, from a moving forward storytelling, and it makes sense that's where it would go, instead of, you know, the Civil War that happened in the comics. In the movie, for me, it actually made sense. Yeah, Tony is all about saving the world this way, and Captain America is traditional. It's like, no, we're not doing that. That's uh stupid. That's going to cause problems. And that's why they got into a huge fight in the first Infinity War.
It's all these small cracks that finally bubbled over, right? Because everyone was against him trying to make Ultron in the first place. Like, no one wanted a suit of armor around the world, and that's like the whole crux. So I feel like this being like Tony's hubris film right before Civil War was also a really good setup, because he's the one that brought them together and also the one that makes the major rift. And it works really well.
I will say there's all kinds of Easter eggs. One of my all-time favorite ones is when Ultron's wearing that cloak, that hooded cloak look, which is the way that he first appeared in the comics. He kind of looked like the Crimson Cowl. That was awesome. And I mean, everything in there, like from Veronica to Friday to when they can't pronounce Wakanda. I forgot this was the first time we heard of Wakanda. Yeah. And I remember in the theater, people were getting excited. They're like, oh man, Black Panther. Because, you go opening night, you always go with a bunch of people that think like you do. That means, oh man, Black Panther. And we didn't get to see Black Panther until Civil War was the first one. Yeah. Yes, in his universe, Reed Richards, baby, proof the world. The Hulk versus Iron Man fight is one of the best fights. And honestly, it was done during the daytime, too. There's even a Baymax cameo among Tony's AI. I didn't catch that one. Yeah, they were like Wakanada. That's what
Wakanada. Yeah.
Makes sense to me that Natasha would get closer to Bruce in the quieter moments after the first Avengers.
I think their romance could have made sense. I don't think it came necessarily out of nowhere. I just think it's extremely poorly written. Like, a lot of the things I'm just kind of like, this could have been done a lot better. Like, there's a lot of moments where I'm like, all right, you could have built to this, or you could have phrased this, or you could have had their like reasons be much more founded than they were.
Yeah, people like the what was it called? This hey big guy, the
sun hitting real low. I quote that all the time. Always in opportunity.
I'm like, I think she only said it twice in the movie. Why do people make fun of this? And she's like, because it's so cheesy. And I'm like, okay.
I kind of liked it though, right? Because she's the one who finds Hulk in the first place. So like it had its foundations where I feel like they could have done something cool with it. They just like Joss fumbled the bag on the writing, I think, at least for the aspect of those two.
Yeah, I was indifferent. I really didn't care. This movie also had a lot of cameos. I mentioned Sam Wilson. I mentioned Rhodey. But it also has the return of Peggy Carter. It has Maria Hill in a bigger role. Eric Selvig comes back. And I love the competition between Cap and Thor and their girlfriends. And not Cap and Thor, Iron Man and Thor. And what Jane Foster and what's her name? Thor's girlfriend.
Jane Foster and Pepper.
Vagina Candle. That's all I can think. That's where my brain goes.
Pepper?
Pepper.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow's Vagina Candles is where my brain's like, please don't say that.
Then Goop is an entire beast of its own.
Yeah. But I love that competition of what their girlfriends are doing, their significant others are doing.
I mean, I think for me, and I'm going to word this so it doesn't sound hypocritical, like the cameos in this made the world feel bigger and interconnected. Like, oh, all those like Captain America and Iron Man and like Thor movies you've been watching, like they are part of the same world. Like you're going to see characters here and there before we got to the point where like the world's massive and we're still doing cameos. And now there's kind of cameo fatigue of like, oh my God, how many characters are they going to make show up? Like this was one where I feel like the use of cameos just helped things feel interconnected in like a very refreshing way at the time.
I think it also, I don't know if it's gotten old, but it definitely has that Leonardo. Now that's become the Leonardo DiCaprio famous meme from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And we just go, oh, like anytime a character would show up, right? Like that's what you do. I don't think that's gotten old. I still do that in the theater. I think that's the beauty of these movies.
I feel like I've had fatigue with it. I'm not gonna say since Endgame, maybe since Spider-Man, right? Like I was like, okay, Spider-Man did great. But like by the time I got to Menace of the Multiverse, I was like, I think I'm kind of fatigued already, actually, with the amount of cameos. Like it was cool, but also like it started very much feeling like hollow cameos. Like how many can we like shock value that people are going to talk about in the next thing? And I'm hoping Doomsday doesn't end up feeling like that, because I think when it came to like Infinity War and Endgame, they did a phenomenal job, and I feel like they're trying to chase that high still.
Man, you saw all those chairs, Odfel. You saw all those chairs.
And that's why I'm not excited for it.
It's gonna be packed. And you know what? Okay, so there's this thing with me, and I think there's a lot of us like this. We can hate on Star Wars, we can hate on the MCU, but the minute I'm in the theater, I kind of get lost in all of it. Like as soon as I see and hear John Williams' score and I see the scroll up, it's like I'm a little kid again. And for me, going to watch these MCU movies, as much as I know subconsciously I am so going to hate Ant-Man and Quantumania and what was the last? Anyway, doesn't matter. Whatever these movies are, it's like I'm a kid again reading comic books, and I love that. And I know I'm not the only one. So no matter how much I'm like, oh God, this movie was awful at the time, you know, it was great. I didn't have a problem with this movie. I remember when so I don't ever look at reviews anymore. Right. I used to have a podcast and we reviewed the first one. The second one, I think I was in between podcasts and starting this channel. So I didn't get to review it. I didn't have a problem with it, but I do remember my brother telling me that it's gotten like bad reviews. Like it didn't do as well as the first one. Like people were disappointed in it. They said I think this is the first time I ever heard that the CG was janky.
Which is, yeah, I don't know. I liked it. Like the scene where they're in the chapel and it's like the full 360 fight. Like that's one of my favorite like MCU fight scenes of all time. Like I didn't really have beef with a lot of the CG in this one. I was surprised to see it when I looked through the like Rotten Tomatoes like ranking every Marvel film. I was surprised to see it as low as it was, because genuinely, yeah, like I didn't have problems with this film when it came out.
How low is this one ranked compared to like
I want to say it was 28 out of 37, if I remember correctly, which saying it's the least popular Avengers movie like doesn't shock me, because all four of them are strong films, but to see it all the way down at 28th, that surprised me.
The artist sleep. The artist. What? Jesse say, well, what's up, man? How are you doing, Omar? I watched the Avengers movie many times. I love it, no problem, dude. I love the first one is so good. Like I remember when the first one came out, I thought it's gonna be hard to recapture that magic. You know, like we hadn't had anything like that in cinematic history. Like here, you know, we always had like even the James Bond films are like James Bond will be back in this, or we had certain universes and TV shows. We had, you know, certain connected universes. But as far as like movies, we've never had anything like that before. And I always thought, how are you going to top that?
Yeah. Man,
it's going to be interesting to see how Doomsday comes out. Because, I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit like Deadpool and Wolverine and why people really enjoyed it. Just seeing Hugh back in costume. A lot of it is definitely going to be, you know, nostalgia. Like going back to the movies. To the 2000s, kind of like that Spider-Man flick, which honestly I've only seen twice. No Way Home, or what was it? Was it No Way Home?
I want to say it's No Way Home is the third one, right?
Yeah, and they're working on the fourth one right now. You know, it's got the Spideys from the different eras that you grow up in, the early odds, the mid odds, or 2011 or whatever it was, and then of course Tom Holland. I miss the Savage Hulk, the first two Avengers. Oh, that was one of my biggest issues with the fourth Avengers movie was what they did to Hulk. I love handsome, smart, yet super strong Savage Hulk. Like if they had done that from Peter David's run, I would have been fine. But they went.
I feel like it was the only way they felt like they could give Bruce character development, because otherwise, like, it's the same story every film. But it was a bummer to see, like, Savage Hulk just be gone.
This is true. I'm sorry, Odfel. This is true. The Universal Monsters kind of did it first. What was the first mashup movie, though? I know, like, Abbott and Costello, but was there a movie where they all mashed up? Like, mashed up, sorry. Not doing the monster mash, but, like, where they all came together?
I know they did Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, and Frankenstein. Maybe Wolfman in one of the mashups. I'm trying to remember what the first one was, though. I think it might have been Dracula and Frankenstein was the first one.
Yeah, I know, like, two characters would meet each other, right? But was there a movie where they all came together? And you can't pick Monster Squad because Universal Monsters could not be used. That's why they had to change the look. I love that movie, by the way. And I agree. Ultron, legit, Josh, is one of my favorite villains in the MCU. He's the right, like, I'm not a big fan of whimsical villains, but he's the right dose of whimsical for me.
He's chilling because he knows his own strength and doesn't know his own strength simultaneously, but also has Tony's arrogance. And it gives him that perfect balance of, like, terrifying, but also campy in a way where you're, like, not sure what to expect at any given moment from him.
Yeah, because he's like, when he chops off Claw's arm, he doesn't even acknowledge that he chopped it. He's like, oh, sorry.
He's just kind of like, oh, I didn't mean to.
Dude, he is so good. If he's gonna be in Vision Quest, that just stepped up, like, how excited I am for Vision Quest, because that's a character, and I can't even remember if they used him in the What If, because I was not a fan of What If. Whedon gave us two really good Avengers movies. This one just suffers from the Marvel not knowing how to do bad guys thing. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with him. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
I thought this was a great villain, and he really stood out, you know, compared to all of what happened after Thanos, I guess.
This might be my favorite Avengers movie, because I forgot how much was in it that I have, like, fond memories of the Avengers as a team in this one. Yeah. Because, like, Infinity War and Endgame, they're a spectacle, but to me, like, they're no longer an Avengers film. That's, like, the MCU, right? Like, I liked when Avengers felt like just this team, and I think this one was a little stronger than the first one because we didn't have to spend so much time waiting for them to interact, like, and introduce themselves with each other. And, like, I like Infinity War and Endgame, but they rank lower for me because they don't feel the same. And I don't find myself usually clamoring to sit and, like, rewatch Endgame unless I'm doing, like, a full MCU rewatch marathon.
Thank you, Saturday Morning Fan. Return of the Beverly Hillbillies had all three shows in one movie. Universal had two with a bunch of monsters. Earth Day, the movie, had 20 IPs in one movie. Wow. Okay. I haven't seen Earth Day, the movie. Thank you. Loki is overrated in the MCU, and Thanos is Thanos. Ultron's a great villain. Thanos is awesome. Like, the way they set him up since the first movie, you knew something big was coming.
Yes.
I think this is the first time. Was it Josh Brolin that did his voice in this one? I don't think
he speaks, does he?
In this one, he says, fine, I'll do it myself. He gets the Infinity Gauntlet out, so you know he's collecting the stones. Vision dude, that was awesome when Vision just picks the hammer after all of the guys are trying to get the hammer during the party. I love Natasha too. She's like, I don't need to go down there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, Brolin was in first, Thanos in Age of Ultron. So okay, that's what I thought. But they didn't screen capture him, right? Like, I don't think that happens.
His face looks really different. So I don't think they probably did.
Yeah. I think they screen grabbed, like, his face in Guardians of the Galaxy was the first time they did that. Popeye, I love that all these people are now coming in with Popeye Meets the Man Who Hated Laughter was a major comic strip movie crossover. I've never seen that, dude. Was that a cartoon? What about the old Marvel 19? No. You know, I grew up watching this. I like them. I have a soft spot in my heart for the 66 cartoons. Ultron was in What If, but who gives a crap? Damn, Nebula, Nova, Noir was sharp, and Marvel Zombies, and I don't care for What If or Zombies. You know, I never did get to see Marvel Zombies because I just didn't like What If.
What If was okay. I'm not a huge fan of What If as, like, the comic either, so I'm not surprised, but
did he Wait, I apologize. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 first. It came out a year earlier. That's what I thought. Wait, no, wait. I thought Guardians 1 came out after this. Guardians 1 was 2014. Wow. Time, man. Destroy oh, Godzilla. Okay, that might be the first one. That's actually, William, I think you're right. I think that might be the first like big crossover between movies. Okay, they're not really like getting recruited for the Godzilla initiative, but you know, they're coming together in a movie to fight. So
the Kaiju Force.
Thank you. Guardians did come out in 2014. Thank you. Infinity War, I can see any day. Endgame, I'll 90% of the time only watch the last half. You don't like the build-up, huh, to what we're going for. I think that Avengers Ultron movie make you feel you're in the Marvel universe. I think it does. I think Odfel nailed it. It's like all the little cameos that they had. While it's not truly in your face, it doesn't feel like a Marvel movie, right? It feels like an Avengers movie. Okay, I think you guys missed my point.
It's You're like, but what about this one?
Wait. No. Those are mashups, and that works. But I'm talking about a movie like Iron Man in 2008, and then another movie like Hulk, and then Thor, and then Captain America. 4 of these characters gathering together in a movie to form a team called the Avengers, and hinting at it with Nick Fury going, "I'm here to recruit you for something called the Avengers Initiative." That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody grabbing Mickey Mouse nor Bugs Bunny going, "I'm here to recruit you for the Roger Rabbit Initiative." Although Jessica Rabbit could always come and recruit me all day, every day. Yes, the cartoon, the list of characters in that movie was Barney, Barney, Snuffy Smith, Blondie Beetle, Bailey, Bringing Up Father. I ain't never seen that movie.
That's so many.
But that wasn't. You know what?
You know what it is? No, wait. It's like when Disney used to do like the That's So Sweet Life Hannah Montana ones, where it would be like, we're taking That's So Raven and Zach and Cody and Hannah Montana and the Wizards of Waverly Place, and they're in one special. You've been watching them for weeks, and now they're going to be in one TV special. It was like that.
Okay, for Oddfel's generation, it was just what she said. The Wizards of Waverly Place. What else? Hannah Montana?
They had, it depended on, like, they would do them, I'd say, about once a year with whatever was big at the time, but they'd mix all the titles. So it'd be like the That's So Sweet Life, like Hannah Montana, or like, I think there was one later that was like 4 or 5 of them. They always did like these big, whatever live action shows were on at the time.
Now people are just throwing things out there. You know what? Y'all keep naming things.
We've derailed them.
We've never had anything like I just said earlier. Okay, Freddy versus Jason was not as good as it should have been. We didn't even get Kane Hodder as freaking Jason, man. How did they mess up on the best Jason? High School Musical. Okay, all right. I'm seeing myself out of this one.
Yeah.
Started something with that Sweet Life of Cody and Hannah Montana movie. What were the things that did not work for you in this movie?
I don't think the romance worked for me. I would have loved, and I know it's not the movie's fault, I would have loved to see Quicksilver continue. I actually prefer this Quicksilver to the one in the X-Men films, which I know is a massively unpopular opinion. I love the one, Ralph Boner. I do love the one from the X-Men films, but I feel like he became a one-trick pony really fast. And they kept just repeating the same thing with him. I really liked, I don't know, I really liked Aaron Taylor Johnson's, and I would have liked to see them do more with him and not just instantly kill him off. But I think they see a lot of cool shit with his death. I'm trying to think of what else didn't really work. I think my main beef is literally just the romance. I can't really actually think of very many other things I didn't like about this film.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't have a problem with the romance. Whatever. I'm all here for the monster love. If that's what Black Widow.
We're back in the building.
Mainly, some of the dialogue, but honestly, I kind of like that quippy type of humor too. My biggest issue might have been the forced like things that you could see the studio doing, like the vision that Thor had, like he had to leave the cabin.
Oh, I forgot he had the weird Infinity Stone thing.
Yeah, which is obviously not in the script. You can always tell when producers are like, yo, we need to actually like do something with this, and it needs to foreshadow. What was it, a bit Thor Dark World? Maybe, I don't know. Whatever it needed to foreshadowing. Like, I didn't like that kind of stuff, and you can tell when it's forced because it doesn't really fit into the movie at all. You know, that cabin scene was so awesome. You know, Joss actually had to fight for that cabin scene. Like, they weren't gonna let him have it, and that's what he had to do, was like film things like with Thor and that vision. And I thought the cabin scene are like some of my favorite parts of the movie, when you find out that Hawkeye had a wife the whole time, and he had a family.
Yeah.
And
like it honestly, like it's one of the only interesting things they ever did with Hawkeye. So I'm happy they actually put that in the film, because I feel like of all the characters, like most of his stuff got cut.
Yeah, Heimdall shows up. Don't touch my pile. That was awesome, man. That's a quippy Tony Stark humor.
Yeah.
I remember one guy making jokes pretty much immediately after Quicksilver died, which felt kind of weird. Yeah, that's the quippy humor I was talking about. Everybody had it, with the exception of Wanda. I think she was the only one that didn't have any quippy humor in this movie. And the actors had to fight for the scene where they're picking up the hammer. That scene was awesome. They shoehorn Whedonisms, especially the innuendos, are worse watching the perspective of what he got exposed for. Somebody said that earlier, Colin. I think I said that about the Justice League movie too.
I feel like I have an easy time detaching the Whedon style for my brain, because I'm just like, yeah, it's the Whedon era. But there are like a lot in this film, and a lot of like adult jokes they got in this film that are kind of clunky, even before knowing everything, and especially after. That, yeah, I do feel like there's a reason this is kind of one of the last with this quip style.
Like the hide the zucchini line is so out of place. I don't know. I think I was just used to his writing in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel and Firefly. Although I always forget that he wrote Toy Story and movies like that. Did we ever learn what Bert saw in his visions? Yeah, it continued into his movie, which is Thor: The Dark World? Or was it the Infinity Stone vision? Whatever it was, I don't know. It didn't really.
It was the Infinity Stone vision, but I'm trying to remember the order of operations, because I'm pretty sure Dark World cold opens within an Infinity Stone plot dump. Mm-hmm. So I think that had to have come before this, because I think it was Dark World, then Guardians, then something else, and then this. Yeah, because at this point we already had, like, I think this is just how the Avengers got the information, so they weren't like meta gaming.
Did you like this version of Vision? Like,
I love this version of Vision.
If you had read the comics, you know, him and Jarvis, like, that wasn't really a thing, but did you like the fact that the voice became this character?
I thought it was a really cool way to do it. I love Paul Bettany as Vision, so I think it paid off really well. It's hard for me to say, because at the time this movie came out, I wasn't really reading comics yet. So as much as I've grown to like Vision as a character, like, this is the movie that made me want to know more about him. So it's hard, since this is like the way I found out about this character, to really say, like, did I feel like it was faithful going in. I kind of like the changes as someone who saw the films and have read the comics, but I could see it being different if you were someone who was reading it beforehand and being disappointed.
Mm-hmm. I dug it. I like what I didn't see it coming, and then tying it, of course, the Infinity Stone. And I'm like, they're trying to make a new body. What are they going to give him? An adamantium body? No, that's not in this universe yet, because that was before the whole Disney Fox acquisition. No, it was, it worked. It worked because you already had an established voice in the movie since Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
So it worked for this. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, Vision's also one of my favorite characters in the MCU, so I'm biased, but I really like this entry point for him. And his dynamic with Scarlet Witch from the get is so good, because rewatching it, I was like, wow, they really established this like instantly, huh? And I like it.
Back when she had her accent.
Mm-hmm.
Will any of the characters who died stay dead? Probably not. I hope they bring back what's his name? Ultron.
Yeah, we've already established he's White Vision, so it's not even them bringing him back. He's already back.
Right. Yes. Hey, Kane. Let's see here. After they killed off Coulson in the first Avengers, there were rumors that Clark Gregg was going to come back as Vision. Does anyone remember that? No, but I remember S.H.I.E.L.D. season 1, and then they said it wasn't in continuity. So does that mean that Coulson never came back? What happened? They also didn't establish the Infinity Stones until the Dark World post
credit. For some reason, I thought it was the cold open. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the one with the
tree.
Yeah, that was cool. You can't have comic accurate Vision without Hank building Ultron, so they succeeded with the MCU version. Yeah, which is why I really dig their version of Civil War instead of the comic book version, which just kind of came out of nowhere. They were building up this hostility between Tony Stark and Steve. I thought that was really cool. Alternately, we could order a pizza, Vision. Oh, yeah.
Him trying his best to make pepper cash.
I can't believe they deleted a Cap's kooky quarter scene. Oh, is that somewhere? Where is that? Where's that?
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Omar, see you on Saturday show. Have a good week, buddy. Bye. And Odfel, goodbye. MCU Civil War was a masterpiece. I agree. I loved it, man. Thor, The Dark World's the best one. It has Walter Simonson in it. I think I knew that. And
it's a great film.
I don't know if I'm ready for that. Maybe we'll kick it off next year.
Malekith is the worst part of that film. And that's the thing that sucks, is if you like took out literally the Dark Elves, it's a fucking masterpiece. That's the thing, is like everything else is so good.
What? A masterpiece? Really, Odfel?
They finally nailed the sibling dynamic. They nailed the dynamic of like him and Asgard and him and Jane Foster. And then it's like something happened to them while they were writing the villains and it just fell apart. And it makes it to me like an okay but middling film. But I think if they would have stuck the landing on the villains, like it probably would be regarded like one of the best, because everything they did with Thor as a character is great in that film.
Man, okay, I need to go in with an open mind. Damn, thinking about all this makes me want to complete the MCU rewatch. You should, man. Yes, the deleted scene. It was a brief scene of Steve, Clint, Wanda, and Pietro arriving on Sokovia. Darcy makes every movie awesome. Oh my gosh. Yes.
You just have a GIF on hand.
Oh my god, it's one of my favorite GIFs. Sorry about that. There we go. That's better. I forgot how to turn these off. It's been a while.
It's okay. We can just stare at her the whole time. It's okay.
Odfel, thank you. That was really sweet. Darcy was great in WandaVision.
She's stunning. Listen, I get it.
She actually made her comic book debut in the Steve Orlando Wanda.
Oh, nice.
Scarlet Witch. If you haven't read it, that book is amazing.
I've been trade waiting, so now that it's all out, I probably will.
Dude, it's so good. How many gifts? Oh, I don't know. Whatever's left. Whatever Melanie did not cut is what I've got. This is the best one, though. This is the best one next time, baby. Poor Don Cheadle, man. He took his job. It's a real stock. It is a staple here at this point. Yes, she is. All right, let's see here. I've never rewatched any MCU property. I should rewatch from the beginning to end before Doomsday. Well, you got time. We could also do a rewatch. That would be kind of fun. Gunn wrote the Infinity Saga on the set of Guardians when Feige, almost said Feige, wanted to retcon the Tesseract, the Aether, and the Power Stone into Infinity Gemstones in the movies, right? Power Stone was red until post, then purple to fit. Terrence Howard remembers being in the... I don't know if that's real or not. Quick. Mention Eternal so we can get a Salma Hayek. Man, these people remember. Oh, I got Salma ready too, baby. I got Salma ready. I think it was the only two that survived. Melanie got rid of the other ones. We need to do a Discworld watch party, Omar. Dude, my wife loves Discworld. Absolutely loves Discworld.
Discord watch party.
Discord. I thought you said Discworld. I'm sorry. Discord watch party. You come and show me how to do that, and I will try to do that. Yes, they replaced Terrence Howard with someone who can. Hey, you leave Terrence Howard alone, man. The funniest thing the MCU could have done is recast Jonathan Majors with Terrence Howard. That's what I wanted to see, man. I wanted to see that. Okay. Let's get back to this. So what else did not work for me? Yeah, that Force stuff didn't work for me. Some of the CG, honestly, especially towards the beginning. I remember the beginning getting a lot of hate. That was one of the things I remember. Like, it just didn't look right. I don't know. But I watched it on Blu-ray, so it looked tight. It was okay. Yeah. But also some flaws here and there. I think they started using less and less practical effects by the time they got into this movie. Then by the time you can see it a little more in Civil War, believe it or not. And yeah, maybe I Avengers Assemble was stolen from me at the very end. That's about the only complaint I have. I actually like this movie. I thought it was fun. Like,
I'm so surprised that this is ranked 28th.
28th? Like,
out of 37. Like, that's what shocked me, because I'm like, I get it. Like, everyone loves the first Avengers. Everyone loves, like, Infinity War and Endgame. Sure, yeah, it's the fourth Avenger film, like, ranking wise. But that low, that's what made me pause, because I was like, I think there's a handful of movies that are way worse than this one.
Absolutely. Although that means they've done a lot of movies.
Yeah, because I don't think it included the TV shows. I think it was just the movies.
Was the Man Thing or Werewolf by Night? Sorry, was that?
I don't know, because I scrolled all the way down to the bottom and then started scrolling up until I saw an Avengers film. So I guess it ranked. If it was on there, it ranked higher than Ultron, which is good.
Who did this ranking? It was
Rotten Tomatoes was the one I looked up quickly.
Rotten Tomatoes and a combination of like IMDb, whatever the rankings are there.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, that surprises me that it was ranked so low. But
yeah,
what would you and anybody else watching give Avengers Age of Ultron then? Ladies first.
I give it an 8. It's really not that bad.
8 for your favorite Avengers movie? Come on, Odfel. I mean,
favorite Avengers movie doesn't mean it's my favorite MCU movie. Okay, it's the strongest Avengers movie. I give it an 8. You know,
I agree. I give it an 8 as well. I don't think it was bad. I think it was a good movie. I'd like to rewatch it again. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
3 out of 10. Must try harder. Ouch, Phil. I'm curious what you gave Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. 8 out of 10, 9, 8.5, 6.5 out of 10.
I want to say Quantumania was 37 out of 37. I'm trying to remember. I think it was the lowest ranked one.
You know what? That might. Well, I don't know. Where's Thor: Love and Thunder on that list?
It was pretty low, but shockingly high. It did better than the Marvels, which made me really upset, because I actually really thought the Marvels was a great film.
You know what? I didn't hate the Marvels. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I actually enjoyed the Marvels. Yes, they completely used the plot to freaking Spaceballs, but it was so much better than the first one. I thought the chemistry worked really well with the characters. Sorry, I know. I'd like to go back and rewatch that. 6 out of 10. Quantumania is a 9 out of 10 for having Maria Hill.
I love Maria Hill.
7 out of 10. Of course, Omar enjoyed it. Yeah, man. What's wrong? I'm a man of some strong opinions over here. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, does anyone want to talk about Captain Marvel with me?
Wait. Did you like the first Captain Marvel though?
Yeah, it's probably in my top 5 of Marvel films.
Oh, see, I didn't like the first one. I liked Marvels, but I did not like the first movie.
A lot of people didn't, but I feel like a lot of people missed the point.
Well, now we need to revisit that, and then Ryan. That's Ryan, by the way. That's his favorite movie. That's why he doesn't like Marvels. Marvels is cringe, but Captain Marvel, dude, he's all about Brie Larson. Captain Marvel was enjoyable. I'm curious, like how well it's aged. I think I saw it twice. Once in the theater, and then we reviewed it, and then once when I did the rewatch. Yeah. Only if it's the real one, true Captain Marvel. How dare you, Phil? Not Billy Batson? Ouch. The Marvels was totally fine. Captain Marvel's a 2 out of 10. I'm curious at the point. Like, had some deep meaning. Okay, let me see here. The stolen oxygen from a planet I never saw. Yes, that's from Spaceballs. The Incredible Hulk 2008 is ranked so low, number 31. It's not ranked as low as what's it called? Quantumania. Omar, what would Odfel's rating be for the Phoenix movies? Oh, dude.
You want me just to rank which one's better, or
that's a hard one because they all suck.
Because Dark Phoenix is significantly better than Last Stand.
Yeah, Last Stand was awful, dude. Like, both of those movies suck, but Last Stand was just...
Dark Phoenix just upset me because as much as I love the Captain Marvel film, we were robbed of a Shi'ar film because of the merger. The reason Dark Phoenix got completely shafted was because it ended with a spaceship combat scene at the end with her going Dark Phoenix. It was supposed to come out like the month before Captain Marvel, and it was almost identical to the ending. And like when people were complaining about the Snyder cut, I was over there on Twitter, like, please, the Shi'ar cut, someone drop the good version of this movie. I know it's out there. You can see them ADR dub over like the main villain's name, so that way it's not Lalandra. Like, please, I know it exists. It's out there.
I think The Last Stand. I know we did a What's It Really That Bad a few years back. I think that one was just so weird, man. Like,
I don't think it's the worst X-Men film, but it's pretty low for me.
No, I still think it's the worst X-Men film.
I really didn't like Days of Future Past when it came out. I haven't rewatched it, but I remember really not liking that one. So it would be one of those two, I think.
Dude, I actually like that one, though.
Really?
Yeah, legit. I like Days of Future Past. I think Days of Future Past is up there for me with what is it called? X2 United? United's, I think, the best, I think.
I think Wolverine did X2's plot better, but I do think both are good. It's just like, because I have seen both, they feel redundant.
X-Men Dark Phoenix, Omar gave it a 4 out of 10. Thank you for that reminder. I've seen it one time. Yeah, legit. I think we should go back. Okay, you know what? I'll make you a deal. I will go back and revisit Thor. What the hell is it called again? Dark World? And I want you to go back and we'll rewatch Days of Future Past, because I legit think that's a good movie.
I've only seen it in theaters, and I just remember being like, nah. So I'd rewatch it.
I mean, I'll go back and watch Thor Love and Thunder, or not Love and Thunder, I'm sorry. Dark World. Like, man, maybe I didn't see this. Captain Marvel is going to be really interesting because I did not dig that one. So I'm curious what you saw that I did not see. So
I think it was truly it was for a male or a female audience and a female gaze, and a lot of men frankly missed the point. And I'm not saying that to even be like confrontational in any way, but like working at the comic shop, like people would always come to me to like shit on it, which was wild because I had like a Captain Marvel jacket and would wear it and be like, I must like this film. And talking with most of them, like, it just really felt like they all had the same gripes, but kind of missed that those gripes were intentional things they did in the story for a reason. And I think a lot of it is just like, it wasn't really, it was the first MCU film that's target audience wasn't men. And it didn't hit with men because it wasn't for them.
I remember it did well at the box office, though, so a lot of dudes went to see it.
It did because it was a Marvel film, but I feel like a lot of them didn't like it. And I would totally do like a whole TED talk on why I think it's a great film if we ever wanted to talk about it.
I didn't dig it. It's not the worst one. I just didn't dig it, and I've only seen it twice though. So
no, and it's totally fair because like it's one of those things where I feel the same about certain action movies that I feel like are very, very like, this is for dudes. I'm not the audience. This should be watching this.
I feel you gotta rewatch Days of Future Past. That'll be a fun episode. Yeah, it's been a while since I revisited that one. Holy shit! Really, Captain Marvel made $1 billion?
Good.
I remember that. I didn't know it was that much though. Went back and watched the full MCU in chronological order. Captain Marvel and Dark World were much better than Context. Ha 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 ha. Bad Boys 2 is for everyone. You went with Bad Boys 2, where they got to go to Cuba. Bad Boys 1's for everyone. Bad Boys 2 is fun, but had better music though. I'll give you that. Don't talk about Bad Boys Forever. The last one, that one was awful. The man needs to be part of the target audience because men goes to all.
And that's fair. Like, I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. I'm just saying because it wasn't the target audience, I don't think it resonated with guys, and a lot of them didn't like it.
You know, I will say, maybe that was my issue too with the Eternals. You and I reviewed the Eternals, but I wonder if that was my issue with the Eternals too. Like, it didn't click with me. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that, like, you know, like when women direct movies or write movies, because I do movies by women and written by women. It's just that maybe it was that type of superhero movie that they did. Oh no, wait, Thor, wasn't that Thor Dark World? Wasn't that directed by? That was like the first superhero movie directed by a woman, right?
Maybe. And I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. Like, there's certainly movies that like I don't resonate with because I can tell it's like things I've never experienced or are very like male topics. Like, sometimes there's just movies that don't hit, and I think Captain Marvel was like the first major one in the MCU that was like straying kind of from that audience and algorithm.
Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry. It was directed by Alan Taylor. What the hell am I talking about then? What was the first? There was a movie. I thought it was one of the Thor movies that was directed by a woman.
I'm not
sure. Eternals absolute -10 out of 10. Oh, it was directed by a husband and wife duo. Okay. Black Knight was in Eternals. That automatically makes it awesome. And we got our first cameo of Blade. That's gonna go places. Yes, we can talk about the soundtrack. Oh,
no, man. I loved it. That was a great song for like a pub fight thing. Are you kidding me?
Oh, but I think it's because I cannot believe we're going to turn this into a cat. Okay, you know what? Let's save it because I do need to rewatch.
Let's save it because I will actually rewatch. I genuinely love it.
Okay, yes. Patty Jenkins was supposed to direct, and then she went on to do instead Wonder Woman, right? Is that what happened?
I'm so glad she didn't.
Thor? You didn't like Wonder Woman, the first one?
I thought it was a very good retelling of the first Avenger, Captain America.
Well, see, Odfel, since it was directed by a woman, maybe you weren't the target audience.
But I think that was the thing for me, is when I went and I saw Wonder Woman and I went and I saw Captain Marvel.
Okay. It
felt like they nailed female superhero a lot more with Captain Marvel than they did with Wonder Woman. And both are okay movies. I like Wonder Woman was mid, but it wasn't bad. I really wanted to like the second one. But I think, at least for me, Captain Marvel felt much more.
I liked Wonder Woman. I thought Wonder Woman was good. I liked the first one. It wasn't perfect, but it was a good movie. The second one, though, I remember falling asleep. Like, it was bad.
The second one was rage-inducing for me.
Rage-inducing. Oh man, that hit during like COVID too, so I don't think.
Cheetah's one of my favorite comic book villains, so it just made me very angry.
Well, you gotta separate that. We did that with Transformers.
Oh, it was so bad though.
Bayformers broke our heart.
If they had done something cool with Cheetah, I would have forgiven it, but man.
You know what? Captain Marvel did have one of the best cameos by Stan Lee. We didn't talk about the Stan Lee cameo in this one. He's a World War II veteran in this movie. And in the Captain Marvel movie, it's adorable because it takes place in the 90s. It's Stan Lee practicing for his role in Mallrats. That's so pretty because, like, I don't know. That's just Kevin Smith being one of us, like a geek that, you know, grew up and became successful when it came to movies and writing comics, whether you like him or not, he still is a huge success to us nerds.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see him read the script of Mallrats. That was awesome. Ain't none of these lady heroes have a dime on Ripley.
I still have to see Aliens, man.
Oh, dude,
Alien? Is that the first one?
She's in 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, she's awesome. She's a great character. Do you watch Kevin Smith movies? Do you like Kevin Smith?
I haven't seen. I've seen Clerks. That's the only one I've seen.
Okay, Clerks is good. I mean, Clerks is definitely Clerks is the Gen X movie. That whole era is Gen X. Like every when watching those movies, you cannot watch them with the lens of today. That's for sure.
No, I remember watching Clerks and being like,
yeah, it's like I still laugh my ass off. I think they're great, but I can see, like, you know, my daughter told me that my oldest daughter, who's 16, she said her and her friends watched Mallrats, and none of them brought up anything like nobody said, this is messed up. Like, you can't, like, I was expecting them to, but they didn't. So
I feel like it's very easy when a film came out to kind of expect what you're going into, I guess. At least for me, like, I know media literacy is kind of dead now. But at least for me, if I see a film as like from the 80s or like from like the 90s, I'm like, okay, I might see these themes or this thing in it, and I'm not going to be surprised. Like, you know what I mean?
I cannot wait for the Whole Bloody Affair. My wife and I are going to go see it on a Saturday because I'm doing something that Friday. She wants to go see it on Friday, but I'm like, I can't. Let's see it on Saturday. So 4.5 hours. I'm going to force Odfel to go, and we can review it. Have you seen Kill Bill?
I've seen parts of Kill Bill.
How do you only watch parts of Kill Bill? What happened? You weren't digging it?
I've always caught it at like the airport or a restaurant, and I feel like I could probably piece together the entire film and be like, I have seen it once over several sittings, but I've never like sat and watched Kill Bill.
That's not the same thing, Oddfell.
I've seen Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs, and those are the only two I've like sat to watch. But I feel like I've seen enough of Kill Bill. I could give you the whole movie. I've just never like sat and been like, let's watch this.
Well, I saw your taste in movies whenever we talked about. I'm not making fun of you. Look, I got.
No, you're good.
I saw your taste in movies. And I can see. You know, I hate to say this, but there are like dude movies, right?
There's good movies, and that's okay.
Just like we call them chick flicks. I don't even know if that's a term people still use, but there is a reason for that. Like, there's a lot of stereotypical thing that men like, that women like. I cannot get anyone in this house full of girls, and of course my wife, to sit down and ever watch The Godfather. Like, it has to be my birthday for me to watch The Godfather, and then next birthday I can watch The Godfather 2. We don't talk about The Godfather 3, just like we don't talk about X-Men 3 in this house, nor the Ninja Turtle movies by Michael Bay, nor the Transformers movie by Michael Bay. But like, those are, like, to me, like, guy movies, right?
Yeah.
Like, movies, not a lot of. So it doesn't really surprise me that you haven't gone and seen the whole filmography of Quentin Tarantino, although he makes some amazing films. Like, but I mean, you were okay with Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs, like that type of.
It's been years. I remember being like, yeah, Pulp Fiction's pretty good, but I remember Reservoir Dogs kind of dragged for me, and I wasn't the most invested in it. Felt very guy movie, not in a bad way, but in one where I'm like, I don't feel like I'm the audience for this, and it's not a bad movie, but it's not for me. So I don't know where Kill Bill is on that spectrum, because I did really like Pulp Fiction. I'd probably watch it again. I don't think I'd watch Reservoir Dogs again.
So Reservoir Dogs was his own thing, and Pulp Fiction was his own thing. Kill Bill is a love letter to everything that anime, Sony Chiba films, Pinky Violence films, like films from the 60s and 70s, like martial arts films, like everything that he loved put together in a movie that, you know, he shared with everyone. That's why I love it, because there's an anime scene Apparently, this one has an expanded anime scene in it too. There's a black and white. The whole reason this is such a big deal is because in America we never got the uncut scene.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. Yeah, how it's
pulls the dude's eye out. It goes into black and white, so it did not have to get an X rating. Yeah, it's so good.
Would you put Kill Bill in the same category as like Sin City? Because I loved Sin City.
It feels like a comic book. Yeah, it's a revenge story, right? It's about a woman that is getting her revenge, and she's just known as the bride. You don't even know her name until the second movie, and there's a lot of tropes in here that are Tarantino tropes, and then there's a lot of tropes that comes from like martial art films, and I don't know. There's just something like there's a special place in my heart for this movie. It's amazing. I love it. Have you seen?
You also like kung fu movies, so maybe I will like this.
Oh my god! In the second one, her master, like when she's learning kung fu. Oh, dude, you're gonna love that. That's so cheesy and over the top, and he's got this long, like Fu Manchu-ish beard going on. Like he just, oh, dude, it's so good, and especially the actors that they hired for that movie. Oh yeah, love it. Again, I don't know if it's for everybody, but I'm curious what you would think about it. Have you seen any of his other movies, like recent movies, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I think was his most recent. Oh man, dude, there's a scene. So it takes place. It's kind of like what he did with Inglourious Bastards, where it's like it's historical fiction. So he's putting these people in a place like. This is Inglourious Bastards was like World War II, and it's like, what if they had portrayed it where Hitler was and had succeeded in their mission? This is more like the Charles Manson thing.
Okay.
It's characters set around that time. So it takes place in Hollywood, hence the title. There's a character named Cliff Booth, played by Brad Pitt, who's he's a stunt double. Man, he's awesome. Like he's Bruce Lee, like the actual, like, not of course the real Bruce Lee, but the guy that's playing Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is in this movie, right? And he's talking to his friends, talking about how his hands are deadly weapons and they have to be insured. And he's like, if I accidentally kill somebody, I go to jail. And then Cliff is like, anybody accidentally kills anybody in a fight, they go to jail. It's called manslaughter. Like, it's such an awesome movie. The script is so good. Oh, I would love for you to watch these movies, but I think. Go ahead.
Have you seen Bunraku? Because based on the things you're saying you like, I think you would like how over the top that is. It's a really fun one.
Say it again.
Bunraku. It's like if you had cowboys and samurais in the same movie, and it's very stylized, very fun. The plot's but it's a kung fu movie, so.
Wait. Spell it. Bunraku?
I think it's Bunraku, if I remember right. I haven't seen it in like forever.
Okay, wait. But is it a puppet? That's what I'm looking at right now.
No, but the plot has a lot to do with puppets. So if that's like a type of puppet, I would not be surprised.
And this is a movie, right?
Yes.
Oh, with Josh Hartnett.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this. Yeah,
it's good.
I forgot about it. Well, Woody Harrelson's in this one too.
It's just like a fun. You're there for the visuals and the fight scenes. Like, it's fun. I liked it.
I love Kung Fu Soccer, dude, and yeah, I know that. I know some people did not appreciate. I think it was his family had a problem with the whole Bruce Lee portrayal. His daughter. Oh my God, Ron Perlman with dreads. Chat poll for Goofy movie next week. We don't, you know what? We actually don't have a plan for next week. Cowboys and Samurai Western sounds like a good anime in the making. By Watanabe. Hell yeah. Kung Fu Hustle's a good one.
I love Kung Fu Hustle.
That's a classic. When he kicks Bruce, that's what you should have known the movie. Dude, that was awesome. I know it couldn't happen in real life, but he just slams him against the car. Cliff is the man, dude. Okay, you know what? Since I'm gonna leave it to the chat. All right. Odfel, you get ladies' choice. Welcome to the party. What movie should we review next week? So I'm gonna leaving it. I cannot believe I'm gonna put Goofy movie in there. What movie should we review next week?
Do you want me to put one that's kind of newer, or since we're also tossing up Goofy movie, do we want one kind of older?
Give me your top 3 Disney animated films.
Ooh.
I got Goofy movie. I assume that's one. Is that one?
Not for me. I mean, it's up there. Like, it's good, but it's not one of my favorites. It's just a classic, and I think you should see it. Okay. My top 3 is probably Treasure Planet, Atlantis, and Tangled. Or Brother Bear. That would be a 4.
Wow, we grew up in a different generation.
I grew up in the 2000s, so.
You ain't got to rub it in. Okay, hold on a second now. Okay. Treasure Planet, a movie I've seen twice.
It's great.
What was the other one? Treasure Planet?
Atlantis.
Atlantis is good, even though it ripped off Nadia Secret of Blue Water, but that's okay. What do you remember the year that one came out? Was it 1990?
2001.
Wow, for real? All right.
It was the first, and I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this correctly. Atlantis was the first one to do the 2D and CGI in the same film, because they later used that, I think, for Tarzan. I love Tarzan too. Tarzan's great.
Dude, I love Tarzan too. All right, come on now. All right, I'm gonna put. Okay, this is what I'm gonna put. I just need your approval because the chat gets to decide tonight what we.
All right.
I'm putting. Is it called a Goofy movie?
Yes.
Or Goofy. Okay, I'm gonna put a Goofy movie since they've been asking, even though it's not one of your favorites. But I am putting 3 of your favorites in here.
Hell yeah.
Treasure Planet, Atlantis, and what's the next one? What do you want me to put?
Tarzan,
Brother Bear, or what was the other thing?
Have you seen Brother Bear?
Yeah, it's
okay. I'm trying to think of one that maybe you haven't seen to throw in there.
I've seen all the Disney movies except for a movie. For some reason, I don't know why.
Maybe let's do 3. Why not?
Okay. Wait. What? No, I'm not doing all 3. You get 1. What do you want?
No, I mean like to vote. Like, do you want a 4th one? But they can vote those 3 if you want.
Oh, these 3 are good for you. Okay. Well, apparently I have to have a 4th one because I had already add a button. So
okay, you can pick a Disney movie.
No. I said ladies' choice.
I'm
gonna put Brother Bear. Brother Bear.
Do Brother Bear.
God bless me. All right, here we go. You all get to vote. So go vote, everybody, including Odfel.
All of them are good. So there's really no losing here.
You can take your phone if you're watching right now or your favorite computer and choose a movie to watch. I, for instance, am going to vote for. I think Joss Whedon actually wrote Treasure Planet, if I'm not mistaken. No. He did. I'm sorry, he didn't do Treasure Planet. It's the other movie that had the Goo Goo Dolls soundtrack that came out before Treasure Planet. It was DreamWorks. Oh, what the hell is it? What is that movie called? Damn it to hell. What is it called? Somebody in the chat. What's the movie that I'm thinking about? Read my brain. It's like, oh, hold on. They're looking for a starship. They're looking for a new home, I think. Titan AE.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of Titan AE? Thank you. Yes, Titan AE. Great Mouse Detective is classic. Now, we're not talking about my favorites. We're talking about Oddfel's favorites, which she didn't even pick a Goofy movie. That's just something that we threw in there. Holy shit. I should have known.
It's going to be a Goofy movie because it's crazy that you haven't seen it.
It's got a 5. Okay, out of all the people that voted, the Brother Bear's at 5%. Go and vote right now for Brother Bear. Yeah, I had to a Goo Goo Doll soundtrack. Was a Goofy movie the one where they were on the skateboard, and was that the second? Dude, I don't know.
I haven't seen this movie in probably a decade. I just remember it being good.
I hope it held up. Titan AE had Creed, not the Goo Goo Doll. Oh shit! The fact that you knew that, Ryan. Okay, God bless you. I read the book adaptation for Titan AE. It was good. Can we write the proposal? No. Wow, The Secret of NIMH. Now that's more my language there. That's
I like The Secret of NIMH.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hell, we could have been voting for that, but instead we voted.
You said Disney. I don't think that's a Disney one, is it?
No, it's.
I don't think it is.
It's not. That's okay.
It's good though.
All right. I'm gonna leave it up for 3 more minutes, so make sure you go and vote for anything but a Goofy movie. God.
Have you seen The Last Unicorn?
Oh yeah, that's one of Melanie's favorites. Oh, she wants to join us for Vampire Hunter D, because that is like one of her
Yes.
movies. Yeah.
No,
So.
like I love showing The Last Unicorn to people in their adulthood who have never seen it before, because as a kid it's so like mystifying. As an adult, it's so confusing at times, and it's very fun to watch the reaction, because I'm like, I have such a fondness for this film. I love it, and I'll sit there watching my friends be like, for like half of it, and it's great.
I will say it has one of my favorite quotes. Like, oh, dude, it's heartbreaking. When I cannot remember the character's name. She's talking to the unicorn, and she said, "Where were you 20 years ago?"
Molly and Drew's meltdown.
Oh my God, where were you when I was new? When I was one of those innocent young maidens? Oh man, that's a heartbreaking like quote.
Her vocal performance on that's so good too. I genuinely cry every single time at that point, because it's just the writing of it and how her voice like cracks when she's saying it is so insanely well done.
Wow, dude, I'm so glad you like that movie. Yeah, that was powerful, man. And she's like, "How dare you?" Damn, man, that hits to this day. That's a good quote. How dare you come to me now when I am
this?
Oh, damn, dude, that hits. Yeah, that's aging. I mean, that's what it's right. There's no such thing as a happy ending because nothing ever ends. One of my all-time favorite. Ooh, that's a good line, man. There's so many good movies. Have you okay, so that's before your time. So you grew up with some classics. That's awesome.
Yeah, like a lot of my favorites are things I got to like go to the theaters and see, but I also was like someone who mostly saw movies through like going to the library and renting them. So a lot of the things I've seen are like, I would say probably like late 80s, early 90s things.
Have you seen like, what about like the Jim Henson puppetry, like Labyrinth? That's a classic. Or like Dark Crystal.
I actually just watched Labyrinth this year, but I grew up on Dark Crystal because my mom adored that movie, and I loved it as a kid as well.
Did you say
Dark Crystal?
You say your mom adored it?
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Well, no, wait.
Yeah, all right. Did your mom like The Godfather too? How'd she feel about that?
But that, I remember like Dark Crystal is one where my mom was like, because my mom loved like all the Jim Henson stuff. So I don't remember how it got introduced, but I remember it was one that my mom really wanted me to see. Because I love those fantasy stuff. Like most of the like my mom loved Harry Potter too. That's why I saw Harry Potter the first time. Like so many of like those fantasy genre things. Like my mom was like,
okay.
Like my mom made me see Inkheart in theaters. That movie was rough.
Inkheart. Wow, your mom's into the fantasy genre. Okay. Did you watch Neverending Story?
I actually haven't seen Neverending Story.
Oh, that's a classic. That's my childhood. That's the one I love. I'm surprised your mom did. Maybe like when you go back home for the holidays this year, you can be like, "Hey, mom, let's pop in Neverending Story and watch it for this first time." Didn't watch Dark Crystal until after I saw the Netflix. Oh, dude, the fact that they freaking canceled the Netflix series, which was so good, just
the puppetry was incredible. Like the scale of it all.
Yeah, we can do some classic stuff, man. Because I'm all about I'm all about those 80s fantasy movies, you know, and even the ones that I know don't get a lot of love, like Lady Hawk, Excalibur. That one gets a lot of love. Dragon Slayer gets a lot of love. What's up, Honda DeLorean? I need Don Bluth to come to a convention again. Oh, I would love to meet Don Bluth. Krull's a classic, man. Hawk the Slayer, Beastmaster. Have you seen Beastmaster?
I haven't.
Ice Pirates, Time Bandits,
Legend. I don't think I've seen any of those actually.
Legend's a classic.
Legend's the one with Tim Curry as like the big like demon guy, right?
Yeah, dude.
I've never seen it, but I've seen like clips of it with him because that's like insane prosthetics.
It's insane how much range that guy has.
Yeah.
Like to be Pennywise and to do the guy from Clue, like it's just insane. You know what? I will let you all vote for. You like the Clue movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. I picked the right co-host. The Indian in the Cupboard. Odfel, have you seen any of the OG Roy Harryhausen like like the claymation stuff?
Claymation, no. The only Sinbad I've seen is the animated one that came out around the same time as like Prince of Egypt and stuff.
Yeah, Not that
I
much.
haven't seen the, yeah.
So coming in at number 1 is a Goofy movie. Number 2 was Atlantis. Number 3 was Treasure Planet. And all the way at the bottom, Brother Bear. Brother Bear. Well, you all finally did it after years of bugging the shit out of me to watch a Goofy movie. Thank you so much, James. It's going to happen. Next.
I think it'll be really cool to see like what you think of it watching it isolated, not in your childhood. Because I think a lot of people have insane nostalgia goggles for this film. Like it is like people cosplay Powerline all the time. Like Box Lunch always has Goofy movie merch. Like this is one of those like cult classic Disney films, I feel like.
It's weird that it's a cult classic and it feels like it just came out yesterday. I've never seen it. Now I have an excuse to watch it. I was born in 94.
I think it came out.
As a dad,
is it a 2000s one? I wanted to say it was a 90s one, but maybe it is a 2000s one.
I think it was late. I want to say late 90s is when it came out.
It feels like a 90s film.
I love it. I think the reason I skipped it was because I thought it was like part of the Goof Troop show.
I don't know how much those relate because I've never seen Goof Troop, but the movie, I mean, I watched it isolated and was not like confused. 95?
Yeah, 1995. I love Bugs Lunch. We were just talking about Goofy movie this afternoon. Well, now I can join the cool club because I can. If you were born in 94, that means this movie was out when you were a year old. I genuinely think you'll enjoy the relationship between Goofy and Max Omar. Okay. I'm here for it. I am a man for the people, and I'm a man of my word. Next week on Reelz Talk.
I think you should still dress like Powerline, man. I think you should full send commit.
I don't know what the hell that means. What is that? A song? That's a song,
You'll have to find out.
A rap song? What if I come in with a tattoo of fucking Goofy and Max on my arms because I love it?
The perfect cast. So you don't even know.
It open up all kinds of feelings in me. It is a part of Goof Troop, but you don't need to see the show to watch. Thank you. Okay. Yay for democracy. You all succeeded today. So at this moment, I just want to thank you all for joining us. And thank you, Odfel, for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
8 p.m. Eastern time. We will be back next week with a goofy movie. Yeah. So come one and all, and bring the popcorn or whatever it is that you all do. And follow Odfel on IG. That's Instagram for you old people. And the TikToks, whatever else she's doing. Where can people find you, Odfel?
I am under the same username on pretty much every social media platform. So if you're there, I'm probably there. Come check me out. I do a lot of cosplay related content. And on YouTube, I do toy and statue unboxings. So make sure to stop by and send me a like.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We are out of here. Have a good night.